Hi, Professor. My name's Alicia Jones, and I'm going to be speaking to you about an artist that I did in my research paper, who is Maya Lin. Maya Lin is a very young, renowned architect, and what intrigued me about her was that she was young and that she's a female. She is the creator of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, placed in Washington, D.C. What intrigues about this is that she did this at the age of 21, and that even though it wasn't originally part of a contest that she entered, it eventually ended up being so, and that it was picked for its design. And so just her being female and her being young was two of the main factors that intrigued me to write about her. The other factor is that it has to do with the military, and I come from a military family. So my grandfather, uncles, my dad, I have a lot of relatives that are military, and so this would be a place that, unlike our Fort Sam cemetery here in San Antonio, a place that I would visit. But I think she's created something where families can actually go and find closure of their loved ones, and even maybe to feel closer to them. So she's created a space of solitude for these families. And the intriguing thing about this memorial is the way that it's designed. It has over 58,000 veterans' names on the walls. It's cut into a V shape, and it has granite but also a mirror reflection. So when you're actually within the actual memorial, your reflection, you can actually see your reflection on the walls and reading some of the names that are listed on that wall. So I thought that was kind of neat. And then just that is also cut into the earth. And what I mean by that is its design literally is like an open space within the earth and below. So when you're actually walking into that actual memorial, you start on the level of the ground, and then as you go down, you're below level ground, basically. And so I thought that was intriguing, a very neat design. It kind of makes you feel close to the earth. So I get the significance of her design for this memorial. What else intrigues me about this artist is how she's created other significant pieces of meaning. I think she pays attention to what's going on in the world, revolutionary-wise. So she's created the Langston Hughes Library there in Tennessee. She's even, her most recent creation as an architect was her design on the World Trade Center site memorial. And I had no idea until I started researching her that she was behind that as well. So even though I have never been to New York in that area, I plan to hopefully one day make a trip to actually go and visit this memorial. It has a significant piece in our history. And yes, our World Trade Center is gone, but what it stands for in the memorial, I think, brings still a lot of closure and hope here within the States. So I think she's like a mind brain behind what is important to people, what is in remembrance to people, and what we can remember loved ones by. And I think she's found a niche in creating these type of places for people to go. I do have a picture. This is from our book. This is a picture of Maya Lin herself, the artist. And also, I have a picture of the actual memorial, which you can also see the people here leveled with the ground, as I mentioned. So, she has just created just a wonderful place, a wonderful design of art to give families, again, that place where they can mourn their loved ones and feel close and get closure. This memorial, when it first opened, it had over 10,000 visitors to it. I'm sure that's topped more since it's been open in 1982, I believe it was. And so I know daily this place probably sees more than thousands of visitors a day, probably weekly. The other thing about her is that she is just a young artist that I can really truly appreciate. If I wasn't into architect myself, I more than likely would definitely pattern myself after her. I feel that she gives that presence of a strong female and gives hope to other females if they pursue or want to pursue an architect career. And so with her coming from such a prominent background between her mother and her father both being educators and artists themselves, I appreciate what she does and what she has created for the people that does appreciate her art. And so that is my presentation. Thank you and have a good day.